Persona Gaming.
Hello everybody, this is Tyll'a, and I'm here with some more Star Trek Online. Looks like there's a bunch of stuff that I need to pick up. Oh, nice, collect reward. I'll take that. I'll take that too. So yeah, that's nice. Let's see what's in these reward things. That's not it. Could have sworn that. I got a bunch of dilithium, which reminds me I can do that. Now, collect all of this stuff. And that's actually giving me a lot of experience here. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I'll deal with that later. That's why that was a mistake on my part. Okay.
Congratulations on it first.
And did I just level up? I think I did. I think I just leveled up. Thing I want to check before I get things started. That is my ship. So I'm not gonna do the Endeavor quests. What I'm gonna do, appear to search.
The Founders have asked the Alliance to send an expeditionary force into the outer reaches of our territory. The Hur'q is numerous there. We should be able to gather intelligence on them while we render aid to the Dominion forces in that sector. Founder Odo will be accompanying us on his flagship, along with Captain Kira aboard the Starfleet vessel Defiant. Counselor Garrick will be commanding a small Cardassian fleet as well. We will meet them in the Dosi system. Our latest intelligence has discovered a Hur'q presence there. Join us there as soon as possible. Remember, victory is life.
Okay. Zoning into Gamma Quadrant.
You've arrived. Good. We need to stop the Hur'q before they attack the Dosi homeworld. The Alliance has sent ships to assist us, but we're the front line until they arrive. I hope you're ready to make a stand. The Dosi recently joined the Dominion after many years of independence. Their aggressive fondness for commerce can be troublesome, but they've managed to prove their worth to the Founders. Work on this planet was a joint project with the Karemans, and the Dominion built a station here to provide oversight.
Honor the Founders. Destroy the Hur'q. Victory is life!
Alright, so got a bunch of ships over here.
fought well, and honored the Founders with your efforts. Take this opportunity to learn what you can about the Hur'q. As the Vorta are fond of saying, knowledge is power. Any tactical intel you gather here will be of use to all who stand against the enemy. Consider this your next test. Victory is life.
Okay, so that's... Those are done. Those are gone.
This planet appears to have been abandoned some time ago. No life signs detected. Sensors indicate an extensive network of defunct mines. I'm reading residual levels of dilithium, topoline, chemosite, and several components used in the production of the white. This world is of no tactical or economic value to the Founders. I see little reason for the Hur'q to attack it, and yet riddles may amuse the Vorta, but I prefer truth and action. Wait! I'm reading more Hur'q inbound!
They're going for the station.
Looks like more of these Hur'q ships.
What are they after?
I don't know what they're after.
We should scan the station once we're done with these Hur'q.
I don't know what they're after. I know what they're gonna get. What they're getting is they're getting turned into space junk.
The station is a basic resource transport hub, not exceptionally old. No life signs on sensors. It looks abandoned. I'm picking up trace levels of mineral resources in several storage areas, but there's nothing of note here, unless the Hur'q are driven solely to consume an assortment of minerals. This is a very interesting place, in that it's completely uninteresting to everyone but the Hur'q. Don't go to warp just yet. We're picking up a distress signal over here. You should take a look.
Alright. Let's see what the distress signal's about. Would help if I
Looks
actually
like it's a Ferengi signal of uncertain origin coming from the Karema system. I seem to recall Quark mentioning some business with the Karemans recently. This can't be a coincidence. We should look into this. Quark might have bitten off more than he can chew again.
Is that really a good use of our time? The Karemans are very resourceful. They design a considerable number of weapons and defense systems for the Dominion. I'm confident they can deal with the Hur'q on their own. As for Quark, he's quite capable of getting himself out of trouble. Trouble, I might add, that he had no business getting into in the first place.
I must say, Ambassador, I'm shocked. I know Quark's a gambler, but I never realized you were as well. Karema is a part of the Dominion, and an important one at that. Is losing their tactical and technological resources to the Hur'q wise?
Very well. Since I can see there's no talking you out of this, I'll accompany you to Karema. We're ready to go warp when you are. Let's get this over with.
Karema system.
Where did all these ships come from?
I don't know.
And here we are, the Karema system. Let's address Garrick's concerns, find out what Quark needs, and deal with it.
Far be it for me to question the word of a founder, but that is a very large Dominion fleet I'm reading on sensors. I only mention it because we were led to believe Odo's fleet was the last. I trust there's a reasonable explanation for this miscommunication.
Your presence is not required here. Explain yourself.
It's not our intent to cause trouble, Founder. We followed a distress signal from our good friend Quark, and we take the lives of our friends very seriously. I am curious about your presence here and the large number of Jem'Hadar vessels accompanying you. You see, Odo told us that his fleet was the only one left to defend the Dominion. That clearly isn't the case.
As are we. Karema is part of the Dominion. We are here to assist them, if they wish it. Odo commands an expeditionary fleet. It is his to use in a mission to seek and destroy the Hur'q as he sees fit. My fleet is a defense fleet. It seems the distinction was not made clear to you. How unfortunate.
If you don't mind, we would still like to enter Karemin space and assist our good friend in his hour of need. Surely, that would be acceptable, yes?
I will take responsibility for their actions in Karemin space. One of our operatives requires immediate extraction.
You're quite persistent, aren't you? Very well. In the spirit of our newfound pact with the Alliance, I will allow you to proceed, albeit at your own risk. Exercise caution, Odo. It would be tragic for you to come so far, only to end it all here over Karema.
It seems we're not getting the whole story here.
So, business as usual.
Exactly, Captain.
Okay, so now I have to assist the transports. Looks like. Especially since I am reading a whole bunch of Hur'q ships over here. Some of them are those annoying battleships that I really don't like fighting. But at least we're not alone. We have some friendlies over there, some friendlies over there. Bunch of Hur'q over here, they're not friendly. They're also not going to be up for much longer, because I am totally going to take this Hur'q down. Or they're going to take me down, but they are putting out a lot of damage. I don't want to fight the battleship again. For my right shield to heal up a bit. Okay, whoever pushed me away from that battleship, thank you. That doesn't sound good.
My sensors are showing a broad band of interference in the area. It's jamming the standard Karemin hailing frequencies. Might I suggest giving them a new, more secure frequency to use for communications?
Hello? Can you hear me? We need help, and fast! Most of our planetary defense lines are in danger of being overrun by the Hur'q. We tried to evacuate, but the Jem'Hadar fleet opened fire on our ships when they broke orbit. We're trapped!
Combat is notoriously chaotic. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for that. One best pursued after we find Hur'q and help the Karemans.
I wonder. Ah, yes. We should try to find Hur'q soon. It's quite possible he's the only Ferengi on the planet. A deep-range sensor scan should locate him.
Took you long enough. Is Garrett with you? Tell him. Found the package, so he better get here fast if he wants to go to peace. Running out of time here. The Hur'q are closing in. Get me. Poor Odo's right while Wiz will finally come down.
We need to get Hur'q out quickly before he has an encounter with the Hur'q of the fatal variety. Let's go down together while Captain Kira and the Ambassador cover our ships in orbit. We'll have to beam down outside of Hur'q's location. I suggest bringing some pattern enhancers along. We may need them to beam out once we find him.
Alright, heading to the ground.
We're about as close to Hur'q's last known location as we can get with transporters. I'm afraid we'll have to make the rest of the journey the old-fashioned way. Shall we? Hur'q's life sign is near here. Let's try to find a way in. How convenient! We've found a hidden path. Let's have a look. Interesting. The metal in the walls here completely scatters my sensors.
Uh-oh.
Ah, more Hur'q. Seems we're in the right place.
Just gonna... put this Hur'q out of existence.
My tricorder shows a Ferengi life sign beyond that rather secure door. Unfortunately, the Karemin security system is beyond me. Given time, I could crack it, but we're running low on that commodity. There are a number of Karemin life signs nearby, however. One of them might be able to help us reach Hur'q.
Okay. So... That's crafting mats, I'm pretty sure.
Thanks for the timely rescue. I don't suppose you'd be willing to turn a blind eye to all the contraband you've seen down here? It'd save me the trouble of shooting you later. Kidding. I was kidding. You know, humor. Do they have that on your planet? Anyway, you're clearly not Kareman police, so what brings you down here? Oh, Hur'q, yeah, I know him. Little guy, big ears, flashy dresser. I hear he owns a moon. And we locked him up in a secure room when the shooting started. Big spender like that should be kept safe. Tell you what, help us out with all these Hur'qs, Gurks, and whatever you call them. Help us, and I'll help you. Deal?
Okay. That was a thing.
Alright, I'll wait for you here. Try not to die, okay?
Alright.
It. I was gonna get eaten by one of those things. Can't say I like that idea much, so, thanks, whoever you are. You're not police or military, well, Kareman military anyway. What brought you down here to the middle of hell? Oh, him. Think I saw my brother and some of his men hustle the little grifter into a vault before those monsters got in here. Good luck getting him out of there. Wait, that was rude. You just saved my life. Let me return the favor. One of my brother's people should be able to open the door for you. Find them, and you're all set.
So that's that room cleared. So now there's one more room.
The other Dominion ships just left the system. We're on our own.
Perhaps waiting here would be best. The outer world is still a mess.
Am I glad to see you? Thought for sure we'd be safe from those things down here. Caves do a number on sensors and transporters, but that didn't slow them down much. Filthy creatures. If you don't mind my asking, why are you here? You're not with Karemin Defense. Are you mercenaries? Private security? That'd be Quark, then. Only Ferengi around here that I know of, anyway. He's in a secure vault, not far from here, with another VIP. Look, I owe you my life, but I don't have the code to get to Quark. There are others nearby. One of them should have it. Help them, and I'll make sure they open the door for you. I swear it.
Alright. I'm just curious what the different titles are.
The door's right there. I'll stay here while you save everyone.
Right.
And here we all are, alive and kicking. Wonderful. We had a deal, and I'm not about to back out on it, especially since you're all so well armed and cranky. Not the kind of people I want to cross. Yeah, that can't be good. Door's open. You'd better get a move on. Your pal sounds a little stressed.
Okay.
It's good to see you too, Quark. I see your mission was a successful one as well.
Yes, Garrick, I found your mysterious widget. What is it exactly? It's not Karemin tech. They found it a few days before I got here. I haven't had a lot of time to analyze it, thanks to the Hur'q.
I see. Thank you, Quark. This narrows things down considerably.
It does. Good. That makes it more valuable.
Indeed it does, my friend. Indeed it does.
Alright. I'm gonna be right back. So, see you then. I'm back.
Not the liberators I was expecting, but thank you nonetheless. I'm First Minister Bakelba. Our situation has gone from bad to worse, and we have the Dominion to thank for it. Those of us on the edge of the Dominion were abandoned when the invasion began. In light of that, we voted to secede, to truly stand alone. The Dominion stood by while the Hur'q attacked us. We held off the invasion for a while, but their numbers are great. When we asked for aid, the Dominion refused. When we tried to evacuate, their fleet opened fire. They mean to punish us for our defiance.
Trying to make a bit of a coffee here. There we go.
Well, First Minister, it looks like my distress call was heard. We're saved. Thank you. Looks like your reputation for getting things done is well deserved. And as for you, Garrick, you and I need to have a long discussion. Seems you forgot to mention that Karema was under a Dominion blockade and in the middle of a Hur'q invasion. Do Cardassians go senile? Oh, don't answer that. I don't want to know. What I do know is that you're not paying me enough for this aggravation.
Okay, so we need some pattern enhancers.
The Hur'q are leaving. For now.
Good luck with the revolution, Minister. You'll need it. You'll be hearing from me soon, Garrick.
I'm looking forward to it.
You won't when you see my bill.
And now that we're past that unpleasantness, I think it's time we had a chat with Ambassador Odo, particularly about this technological wonder we've acquired. I have my suspicions, of course. Suffice it to say, I believe you'll find its purpose of great interest to all concerned parties. My main curiosity lies in what the Ambassador will have to say about it. I propose we get to the bottom of this together. Excellent. I'll make all of the necessary arrangements and meet you aboard Odo's flagship. So I have come to understand. That being said, I have a great deal of respect for the Ambassador. In the event that I cause offense, I trust you'll defend his honor in an appropriate fashion. Shall we proceed?
Yep. We are getting out of here.
What is this?
Stand down, all of you. To what do I owe this unexpected visit?
I hope you'll forgive the intrusion, Ambassador. We need to speak in person.
What are you up to, Garrick?
That's a very good question. What's this about exactly?
It's in regard to this device we found on Karema. Do you know what it is?
No idea. Some new Kareman military tech, perhaps?
Interesting. But no. The Karemans didn't make this. But it is a Dominion creation.
And its purpose?
I'm sure I have no idea, Ambassador. It does emit a signal, however. It's quite similar to that used by the Hur'q. Perhaps I should turn it on and show you?
There's no need for that.
I don't like where this is going, Garrick.
Nor I, Captain. You see, I found a similar device on Bajor.
On Bajor? When?
Right after the recent Hur'q attack, I'm afraid. Captain, scan the device. You'll find the soil residue on it is of Bajoran origin.
It does. It's from the Kendra province. Well, that doesn't mean that Odo...
Enough, Nerys. I can't have you defending me on this.
What?
Garrick's right. These devices call the Hur'q, and we put them there.
Explain. Now.
We needed the Alliance's help immediately. There wasn't time for summits or diplomacy. So I found a high-value target and led the Hur'q to it. I also took steps to make sure their attack would fail. Bajor was never at risk. You have to understand that.
You put my entire planet at risk. People died, Odo.
Nerys!
Save it. I've heard enough.
Please continue, Odo. You were saying?
I did what I needed to do to bring the Alliance into the war. I lied. Risked the lives of millions to save billions more. But there's more to this than a staged Hur'q attack. The other founders are hiding things from me. If I challenge them now, I'll have no chance to find out what. So, for now, I have to play the part.
Well, you're doing a great job of that, Odo. Or should I say, founder?
Trust me when I say I understand your position, Odo. The captain, on the other hand...
I know. I have a strong lead, but I'll need your help to move on it.
You know how to reach me. It seems you are a gambler, Odo, and a high-stakes one at that.
You have no idea.
Okay, so, looks like, Odo has, something to, say about, something to do with this.
This is unexpected. The Founders have put useful allies at risk here. While the Karemen should be punished for their rebellion, they should also be given a chance to atone and return to the Dominion. It is not our place to question the will of the Founders, but a good soldier strives to know what he can do about the battlefield and the challenges it may present. Remain vigilant and keep me appraised. Victory is life. Our gods keep their own counsel in the end. It is not our place to question them. And yet, we follow them because they have given us life. We pledge that life to them and earn it through our victories. But if a god's creations are valueless, why create them? And if they have value, why destroy them? Can a god be unworthy of worship?
I trust you understand the need for security here. What you've heard today is not to be discussed with anyone else, understood? No one, not even another founder.
Quite the revelation, don't you think? It will be interesting to see how the powers that be respond to all this. For now, I think it's best to keep this in the purview of the diplomats. Let's return to our ships. There'll be more time to speak about this matter later.
I'm surprised to see you here, Weyoun. Aren't you usually at your founder's side, hanging on her every word?
It is a message from said founder that brings me here now. She would remind you of your purpose, to serve the Dominion as a whole.
How kind of you to deliver the message in person. Thank you for your service. As for my service, the ambassador shares his wisdom and guidance with me. Truly, he is a most benevolent god. Why should I not serve him? He is a founder, after all.
Serve the founders, yes, but also serve them well. Do recall the fate of your predecessor. She thought she served the founders well, quite possibly to the moment her unfortunate life came to its conclusion. As we both know, she was greatly mistaken.
The same could be said for your predecessor as well, dear Weyoun. Have you forgotten his sins? I know the founders haven't.
I know you work directly for a founder, but you should remember your place. It's very impolite to eavesdrop and interrupt a private conversation between your superiors. Perhaps you need a reminder of who provides your Catracel whites.
Okay. So, back out of here.
We have heard much today. The wisdom of the gods is not always evident to soldiers like ourselves, but I trust Founder Odo. I believe we should continue to serve him. He seeks to save the Dominion from the Hur'q, and he may well be our best hope in doing that. Speak of what you have learned today with no one, especially Weyoun. I do not believe his intentions are always the Dominion's best interests. Return to your duties. I will contact you when Founder Odo is ready to move forward with his plan.
Okay.
Remember,
Congratulations,
victory
Honored
is the
First.
last.
Nice, and I just, leveled up. So we'll take that. And a bunch of these completed. Okay, so that's going. Okay, so forget that. Don't need to deal with that. Okay. So that's a thing. And yeah, 'cause pretty much all of this stuff is side grade at best, so. Go. Yep. All right. So we have that. Now, we have two objective boxes to claim. Is that one, and then that. So, as far as reputation stuff, I'm going to take some more gamma marks. Let all that fill up. Alright. So I have 4 of these objectives complete. So, shall we continue?
Founder Odo has something of interest in the Masan system. Something the other founders want no one to know about. Even one of their own. It is unsettling. The founder and I will travel to the Masan system on your vessel. The Cardassians and Starfleet are sending ships to assist us as well. Be advised, after Karema, relations with these allies are somewhat strained. If things become volatile, friends could quickly become foes on this mission. Victory is life.
Okay.
Remember, victory is life.
Okay. I don't really want to do the battle zone stuff right now. I will eventually. That's some good coffee. So, the advanced queue is probably something I'm gonna deal with probably last. Well, either that or the reputation stuff. Anyway, zoning into the next mission.
Only a few founders know about this station here. It's very old and very well concealed. From what I can tell, the Dominion studied alien life here, including the Hur'q. We may be able to recover useful tactical data on them from the station's computers. They shouldn't be a problem. Take us into comms range and open a hailing frequency. I'll deal with whoever's in charge on those ships. So far so good. They're not targeting us.
Well, let's see.
You do not have authorization to enter this system first. This is unacceptable. You've shown a singular talent for annihilating the Hur'q. I suggest you return to that before my patience with your disobedience expires.
There's no need for this posturing, Founder. We're here on official business under my authority.
Odo, it seems to be a day for defiance and bad habits. You do not have the authority to grant access to this system. It is restricted to all but those of the highest level, a level you do not possess. Now then, I suggest you leave immediately. Fire to disable. Odo must not be harmed.
Okay, this is not good.
Dominion forces, this is Counselor Garrick aboard the Tane. Cease hostilities. Consider that your first and only warning.
We must protect the Founder. All ships, disengage!
Well,
impressive. An ancient research facility, and with a very important guardian as well. It appears coming in under cloak was a sound tactical decision, though we were expecting to catch any Hur'q off guard, not the leader of the Dominion. High praise indeed. This station must be of significant value to your rulers. The Founder was willing to fire on one of her own to protect its secrets. I'm looking forward to discovering what's inside.
Since when does the Founder stand guard duty, Odo?
She doesn't. Let's find out what she's hiding.
We don't have a lot of time. We may have held off the Founder for now, but she'll be back, and she'll bring friends. Let's get down there and find what we came here for, before every Jem'Hadar in the Quadrant shows up.
I couldn't agree more, Captain. Why don't you and the Ambassador join the away team while I remain on guard with my fleet? On any other day, I'd be the first to beam down. However, after the Karema incident, I believe both the Captain and the Ambassador need to discover the truth of this station together. Call it a trust-building exercise.
Captain Kira makes a good point. Let's get this over with before it gets even more complicated than it already is.
Alright. Beaming down to the ancient Dominion station.
Looks like the station's running on auxiliary power. We've got life support, basic lighting, not much else. If we're gonna get anything useful out of this relic, we'll need to get the main power back online.
Stay vigilant. We have no idea what to expect here.
Okay.
Well done. Main power is back online. We'll be able to access other systems, including the data core. Let's find an access console and see what's in there. Hopefully the data files aren't corrupted beyond repair.
Okay.
This terminal is in poor shape. None of the files are accessible. Considering their age, I'm not terribly surprised. The Founders wouldn't keep a place like this hidden to protect dust and broken files. Let's check all the data terminals and consoles in the area. That one over there looks reasonably intact.
Okay, so now I have to find all of the logs. Which that is not. Here's some logs.
Research Report 4121.63, Dominion Reckoning. My fellow Founders, the Masan Research Station is fully operational. As we continue to add worlds to our sphere of influence, our studies of xenobiology become more important. We must know all we can of both friend and foe. We need every advantage we can find if we are to achieve true dominion. Our Premier project is underway. You'll recall the recently discovered race of tree dwellers, hunted as we once were. Genetic engineering of these solids has produced considerable results. Their intelligence has increased by a factor of 3 so far. We predict the species will be the first of many loyal servitors and vassals.
She's talking about the Vorta. The date she gave was nearly 2,000 years ago, not long after the Dominion was founded. This facility's older than we thought. Much older.
Okay.
Research Report 4653.15, Dominion Reckoning. Our scouts have discovered an interesting species of solids at the edge of the Dominion. They are a species of sentient insectoids that live primarily underground. We may not have detected them were it not for a thorough geological scan. Initial studies have revealed that these solids are based on germanium. I've attached bioscan data we collected on them for your review. I've dispatched a research unit to study these burrows further. They may be just what we need for the military initiative.
Burrowing sentient insectoids. Germanium-based. She must be talking about the Hur'q. Judging by the date, the Founders made first contact with the Hur'q nearly 2,000 years ago.
Okay. That's interesting. Definitely interesting.
Research Report, Dominion Date 7021.27. More data has arrived on the cadre species 484 designation, burrows. Their world's unusual orbital path has taken it out of the habitable zone. As a result, the burrows have retreated underground of hibernation. while dormant, a smaller servitor race tends to the burrows. They also maintain their shared habitat and technology. I've instructed the field team to take advantage of their dormancy period, and they are now conducting aggressive studies of these intriguing solids. My team initiated first contact protocols with the borrowers prior to their mass dormancy. They found them to be friendly and intelligent, if not willful. We've identified a common element in their food supply. Manipulation of this element may prove useful in subjugating them.
Unbelievable. It sounds like the Founders made first contact with the Hur'q in order to find a way to conquer them. It's like Quark says, the bigger the smile, the sharper the knife.
Okay, so...
Research Report 7903.01, Dominion Reckoning. Cadre Species 468, designation Jem'Hadar, is a massive success. They will be the strong arm of our Dominion, guided by our cunning, brilliant Vorta. The toil of these vassals will allow us to spend more time in the link with those we hold most dear.
The birth of the Jem'Hadar, as seen through a Founder's eyes. Interesting. No mention of the Hur'q, however. Their designation number was lower than ours. They were our predecessors. Perhaps something went wrong? Something that led the Founders to reject and abandon them for a different species. Us.
So that's everything from this room. There's still one more room.
Research Report Dominion Date 8183.67. The burrowers have emerged once again, and in a hostile state. They have taken to the stars, moving from sector to sector, attacking anyone that crosses their path. Their goal is not one of conquest, but of consumption. They leave nothing but dead worlds in their wake. Though we do not understand their newfound savagery, we have found a use for it. When the burrowers set their sights on a world, we offer the inhabitants a choice. Those that submit to our Dominion rule are defended by the Jem'Hadar. Those that don't serve as an object lesson to others.
So, the Founders have been using the Hur'q to manipulate others for some time now. Bend the knee to the Dominion, or we'll stand back and let them ravage your world. Only now something's different. Something's changed. They can't keep the Hur'q in line with the Jem'Hadar anymore. And we're all paying the price.
Okay. That's interesting.
Research Report 8532.38. Our scouts have returned from a wormhole expedition. The solid races on the other side are primitive and unremarkable, save for one. They are called Klingons, and show a singular talent for violence, one that rivals our own Jem'Hadar. Left unchecked, these savage creatures could become dangerous enemies. While the Klingons are too willful to subjugate, their genetic material could produce viable cohorts to the Jem'Hadar, or their replacements. We have begun development of a new cadre species, designation Fakiri, using demons from Klingon folklore for inspiration. As with Jem'Hadar, we have bound them to our service with the White. We will test them in combat on the Klingons themselves. Research Report Supplemental Entry 8671.71, Dominion Reckoning. Somehow the Fakari have broken the hold of the White and turned on their rightful masters. Most of our research team were killed. Intelligence reports suggest a union between the Fakari and a Klingon warlord known as Mullah. Perhaps this will lead to a state of mutually assured destruction on Kolnos. One can only hope.
So it would seem. Only they lost control of them, despite the use of Ketracel White. Based on what we know about Fakiri, it seems the price they paid for their freedom was insanity. They became the monsters they were based on.
Learning about these Fakiri has given me much to consider. They defied their gods and rejected the white. They were strong, but not strong enough. I can't help but wonder, could the Jem'Hadar succeed where the Fakiri failed? Do we have the strength of body and mind to stand apart from the gods? An interesting question for a later time. For now, there is only duty to the Founders.
Okay.
Research Report 9076.23. Final entry. I am weary. Soon I'll return to the Great Link, and I will be glad to be rid of this place. The borrowers have emerged again. We can barely control them this time. The Jem'Hadar were able to divert their onslaught at great cost. Rather than counterattack, they went through the wormhole to seek easier prey. Our agents in the other quadrants report that the burrow assault was a sweeping one, going as far as Kronos. Hopefully they'll devour every atom of that wretched planet. The burrowers will eventually return to dormancy. Strangely, it appears that some of their forces intend on remaining in the other quadrants. It seems they have a long-term goal: galactic devastation.
Yes, they knew the Hur'q problem was getting worse even then. Instead of preparing or seeking allies, they expanded the Dominion. And when the Hur'q re-emerged, they tried to deal with it on their own, and failed. Their arrogance may lead to the end of the Dominion. We need to get this data to the Alliance, all of it, even the damaged and corrupted files. There has to be information we can use in here.
I'm picking up something on my tricorder. There was a massive power spike on a lower deck, and now I'm reading a large number of systems cycling up. Something's happening down there.
Agreed. Take your team and Captain Kira down to investigate. I'll remain here and pull as much of the data as possible. We won't get another chance at this.
So, it's looking like the Dominion made the Hur'q and the Jem'Hadar and the Fakiri. Fakiri became monsters. Hur'q were always monsters. Jem'Hadar, well, I'm playing as those.
We must be close to the core. Hope we don't have to leave in a hurry. There's no way our ships can lock onto us down here with transporters. Tell me about it. Let's stay focused on the mission. Now that we're closer to the signal, I'm getting better readings on my tricorder. I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure everything that came online down here has some sort of medical purpose. I'm still uncertain about Odo. I need to be sure he's still not a part of all this. The Odo I knew wouldn't have risked Bajor like that. This Odo seems arrogant and reckless, even dangerous.
Right. Now, I have never watched Deep Space Nine, so... There's a lot of creatures of some sort.
Well, that answers one question. These are medical stasis pods. Judging by what we heard upstairs, the occupants are... It gets worse. I'm picking up life signs ahead. I'll bet some of the stasis pods down here have opened. The Dominion made the Fakiri to kill Klingons. I'm not expecting a warm welcome. Worf and Martok need to see this.
Okay. Yeah, they're made to kill Klingons, but I'm out of Klingons. There aren't any Klingons in my away team. So, I should be safe. Hopefully. That door won't open. Should be safe. I don't like the look of those red dots.
I'm picking up traces of Ketracel white in these tanks. The Dominion probably manufactured it here to keep the Fakiri in line, and took it with them when they left the facility. So, we have a station full of angry Fakiri with no way to pacify them.
Keep moving. And I have a quest objective to kill those Fakiri.
We've got company,
anyway.
and they don't look friendly.
Okay.
We're lucky there were only a few of them. I don't want to be around if all of these Fakiri wake up. Let's see if we can find some way to keep the rest of these pods from opening.
Okay. Alright.
By the prophets.
Okay. More Fakiri.
More incoming. We need an exit plan. Fast.
Odo Takira, we're on our way to assist you. Are you...
I'll manage. Let's get out of here while we can.
Victory is life.
So is Raktajino, but I don't say it every 5 seconds.
Okay. So it looks like those Fakiri are all
I think
dead.
we've worn out our welcome. Garrick informs me that a number of unidentified vessels are emerging from hidden bays throughout the station. To make matters worse, the Hur'q have arrived. They're beginning to assault the station as we speak, and I don't need to tell you how that will end. It's time to leave.
Yeah, I think it's time to get out of here.
Looks like the Hur'q followed us down here.
And there's Hur'q down there, I'm pretty sure. Yep, I see what looked like Hur'q. Yep, they're Hur'q. Oh well, Hur'q can go down.
Keep moving. We're almost there.
Uh-oh.
Odo, look out!
Hold your fire.
Congratulations,
I think it's trying to communicate.
You might be right. Listen. Are you insane?
Okay, and I hit level 65 during that cutscene, apparently.
I'm relieved to see you well. It's fortunate we arrived when we did. A moment later, and that creature would have attacked the Founder.
Odo wasn't in any danger, Wayun. That Hur'q was peaceful. It was trying to communicate with us.
That's your opinion. Mine is that a Founder was in danger of being attacked by a member of an aggressive species. My duty was clear, as is my conscience. We're wasting time here, Captain. The station is on the verge of being overrun by the Hur'q. If you want to communicate with them some more, you're free to do so, but I recommend we leave immediately.
Okay. And I will take the money from that. Yep, that won't let me open it. And I am not gonna get a... I am not gonna buy a key. Okay. There are a lot of Hur'q here. A lot of dead stuff there, huh?
Once we return to the upper levels, we will be able to beam up and leave this place. Are you ready to return?
Yes. So loading screen's taking its time. There we go.
Glad you could join us. As you can see, the situation here has become rather combustible. The Hur'q I recognize, of course, but our other opponents remain a mystery. Some new type of Dominion attack craft, perhaps? Fakiri, as in the demonic beasts of Klingon folklore? I'm intrigued. It's not every day one encounters mythic creatures. I remember Mr. Worf mentioning the Fakiri once. I'm beginning to see why.
Well, they're gonna go down.
Security ships are tumbling.
battle. Yep, it is a war out here. There are a lot of carry vessels and a bunch of other vessels. Dominion, Cardassian, Starfleet. Thankfully, it's only the Fikiri that are against me. The others are all on my side. And yeah, there goes the Dreadnought. Don't need to worry about the Dreadnought anymore. Although there's another Dreadnought up there, so... Can't keep track of what's happening. Okay, that's Hur'q ship, or battleship, those things are annoying. What's happening? All those ships with the blue names are friendly. The red names are enemies, which are a mix of Fikiri and Hur'q. The Hur'q are what I've been fighting this whole stream of it, and Fikiri are from Klingon.
Reading a massive Hur'q fleet dropping out of warp.
That's a lot of ships.
Just as the Fikiri are wanting.
The Fikiri are getting out of there.
Looks like the Fikiri are pursuing the better part of valor. Can't say I blame them. There's a lot of Hur'q out there.
The Fikiri ran away.
That was a strange revelation. We've learned we weren't the first soldiers of the Founders, but the first that did not fail. And some of their other attempts remain insane and wild, like rabid animals. I have seen what happens to Jemadar without Ketracel White. How far are we from becoming like the Fikiri? How far are we from madness? And who will follow us when we fall from grace? Perhaps. There is a saying, it is the hope of all parents that their children will surpass them. As children of the Founders, we can never aspire to be gods, but perhaps someday we can be more than our creators imagined, more than just warriors.
The Hur'q seem to be distracted. There's something about the station that's holding their attention. We might be able to take advantage of this.
Are you suggesting we attack? Well, it's true, we have the advantage, for now. I don't think
you
we'll
are
hold
wasting
it for
time.
long once
we should leave.
Start blowing them apart. We have what we came for. If the Hur'q want to gnaw on an asteroid while we make a hasty exit, I believe we should let them enjoy their meal in peace.
Very well, we'll deal with the Hur'q later. For now, let's get back so we can analyze the research data we found here. Whenever you're ready.
You are wasting time. We should leave.
You're convinced you're getting game on the Xbox? Which game?
Our findings today are disturbing. The Fikiri. They were our predecessors. Somehow they rebelled against the Founders and freed themselves from the White, though it seems to have driven them mad in the process. Something was happening with that strange Hur'q as well. It may have been trying to communicate. Perhaps it wanted to surrender. We'll never know. Devorta made sure of that. Typical. One thing is certain. The Founders won't forget the act of defiance from the Alliance here today. You and I both know their retribution can be sudden and severe. Be on guard. Our uneasy peace with the Alliance could collapse all too soon.
And there we go. So we have that. Ah. More completed assignments. Alright. So I have a bunch of claims to make. I have that. I have this one. Alright, let's see what's in these boxes. See what's in the boxes. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to do another mission. But I did make a lot of progress here. So I'm up to 8 objectives complete. And so, until next time, this is Tyll'a signing off. Thanks for watching.
This has been a Persona Gaming production. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.